So I talked a little bit about building a large keyword universe and why we do it, so I'll skip over this slide. But just know that we're looking for really a lot of different keyword phrases and really expanding our search deeply, because you just never know where you're going to get some lift and get some performance. The golden keywords are another interesting strategy I'll share with you. This is a tip for everybody. So we like to inform our clients that, the best strategy for performance is to be realistic and assess and look at where you are right now in the search engines, and develop a content strategy that revolves around really hyper-focusing and targeting about a third of your keywords to be in positions that are currently residing in positions 1 through 50, and then creating another group of keywords that are in positions, say, 50 through 100, and then certainly another third of your keywords in positions that are not even in the top 100. So create a balanced portfolio where you're not giving a content producer like our company the impossible task of moving you from none of your keywords being in the top 100 to all of them being in the top 100 in a month. I mean, that's just not going to happen. Content marketing is a slow and steady process with regards to achieving top listings in the search engines, particularly with launches like caffeine that are really we're seeing a lot of undulation and a lot of movement now that seems to be fairly consistent, which in itself is changing the way we think about things. So next, we want to create category maps. We'll talk with the client. We'll certainly find the hot topics. But once we find the hot topics, then we'll go out and do some primary keyword research and secondary research. And finding those hot topics is not necessarily a game of link popularity and pay-per-click price. It's a game of what are truly the hot topics in the social media sphere, in your search box, in speaking with your customer service reps. We're really trying to find the hot topics that will engage clients the best, or readers and customers the best. So next, we have a content marketing plan, which is going to involve selecting from a large portfolio of content assets that are now available to all of us that we should all be thinking about. We have, on the lower end of the spectrum, there are certainly news articles and SEO articles that seem to have more of a purpose for the volume game of content. But premium articles and blog posts and newsletters are higher-end content assets that are truly designed to engage readers. Tip and advice centers are, particularly when they're crafted well, serve a very valuable purpose. Of course, I must say that I'm biased because I own a company called Life Tips that offers 120,000 tips to over 1 million monthly visitors. And I love tips. Tips are, I think, built for the web. They're short and easy bursts of information that can truly make your life smarter, better, faster, and wiser. But you also need to look at courseware and e-books and even printed books, which is another tip and secret for you, where I really do believe that that the quality assessment of content will quickly come into play, particularly as we see more and more content coming out on the web. And that will be quite interesting when we begin looking at the correlation between companies and/or individuals within companies that have a ISBN number attached to their name and are associating their intelligence and their content and their leadership ability with the company's domain name. What impact does that have for listing positions? I think there's a big future for that, and there's a secret for everybody. And I'll also note that publishing books now has never been easier. Websites like Lulu can help with that. There are a number of other sites that I could point you to. We actually have a book publishing division here at ideaLaunch where we can take a series of tips or articles that we've created for a client and actually roll them into an on-demand printed book that is registered at the Library of Congress. It has an ISBN number associated with it and can be printed, shipped, and delivered on demand, so there isn't a tremendous expense in actually producing a book. It's really pretty interesting. Widgets are clearly coming at us. There's a great interview I did with Ian Ayres on the author of Super Crunching. on the Life Tips show, and he really understands prediction and the importance of prediction in solving problems. We're seeing more and more widgets help people solve problems, predict the future, and of course widgets are really exciting and interesting, as are apps that we could talk about. But so there's a little bit too much time on that, but the bottom line is lots of different content assets that you need to be thinking about in your portfolio.